It's John with Total Knee Coach, and I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite ways to stretch your leg into straightening, or what we would call knee extension range of motion. These exercises are designed to give you the most benefit with the least amount of pain. Over 10 years of working with patients, I've found these 3 ways to be effective and minimally painful. Number 1 is my favorite stretch of all time for helping straighten the knee better. I'm going to be sitting in a standard chair. I've got socks on a hardwood floor, so my sock's going to slide pretty well. If you're not sliding good because you've got gripper socks on or you've got shoes on, grab a dish towel, throw it down, put your foot on the dish towel, make sure your foot can slide. That's important. The first stretch is a hamstring stretch. You scoot to the edge of the chair. I'm going to slide my foot out straight, and you can see my knee still has a little bit of a bend to it. That would be normal after surgery. We need to get your knee as straight as possible, as fast as possible. My favorite way to do that, I'm going to put my hands on the sides of my thigh. I'm not pushing on the incision or on the kneecap, on the sides. I'm going to kind of lean into that stretch and gently push my knee down towards the ground, letting my heel slide out and keeping my toes pulled up. What that's going to do is provide a really nice stretch in the back of my leg without adding pain to the front of my knee. How long do we hold these stretches for will change a little bit depending on where you're at in the rehab process. Dosing the exercises is important. Early on, you need to be doing these stretches enough to be working your leg into that new range of motion. I like to have people start off getting to this position and holding the stretch for a couple breaths. Rather than focus on counting, what happens a lot is people have a tendency to hold their breath, and that will adversely impact how well you can relax in the stretch. So as you're doing the stretch, you lean forward, you get to that good stretch in the back of the knee. You are in control, so you're keeping it very tolerable, and you're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, hold it for 2 to 3 breaths, and then relax it back out. We're going to do 5 to 10 of these starting off. As you get a little further out from surgery and your pain and swelling are doing okay, if you're still limited in your knee straightening, then we start holding this for longer. 30 seconds, 40 seconds at a time, doing less total repetitions, but really making sure we're getting that good stretch. It's my favorite way to get your knee to straighten all the way after surgery from an exercise perspective. Exercise number 2, I'm just going to get a belt out, and I'm going to make a little loop in this belt. And so that I don't even have to reach all the way down to my toes, I make my loop, I get my foot in the loop, I pull it tight. Instead of working on pushing down here, all I'm going to do is work on pulling my toes up. My knee is still in this nice straight position. This is going to give me a slightly different stretch, geared more down towards the calf muscles than the hamstring muscles. Same thing. Work on your breathing. You don't have to do real long holds early on. 2 to 3 breaths should be helpful. The third stretch, while you've already got this belt on your foot, you can help lift it up. There's no sense in pushing through pain to try to lift your leg, ever. Common thing with what we talk about. I'm going to sit up straight in a straight back chair with my heels supported, no support underneath my calf, no support underneath my knee, no support underneath the lower part of my thigh, and I'm just going to sit here for a couple minutes. I'm going to focus on breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and your knee might start off at 20 degrees from straight, and as gravity gently pushes down on you without any external force, we're going to let this leg relax back down. This is going to be similar to the same stretch you can get using the Total Knee Coach press device, but you can do this while you're sitting in chairs. These 3 stretches are going to be really helpful to allow you to get your knee as straight as possible, as fast as possible. The stretches work best after you've warmed up a little bit, and then after you do these stretches is when we really work into the quadriceps exercises that you're going to be seeing in the upcoming videos.